welcome back for video 5. This is Jen at Wakeland with Remarkably Created, and in this video we're going to take a look at some fun last-minute ideas for decorating, for gift giving, using simple embroidery hoops that you can find at any of your fabric type stores, your crafty type stores, and you can get very quickly from Amazon. So let's quickly move the cameras around and let's take a look at some of the ways that we can use them. So let's start first by looking at how you can actually sandwich paper between them. Okay, oops. And they are available in lots and lots of different sizes. And when they're measured based on the interior ring. Okay, so from that interior diameter. And so you want to pay attention to the sizes, maybe based on the paper, the elements that you're using. On Amazon, you can buy them in bulk based on sizes. You can buy a bulk assorted sizes. Of course, when you head into any of your big box craft stores, fabric stores, you can pick some of them out. And these are just real inexpensive ones. So let's first look at sandwiching paper, and I want to give you some tips for making it a little easier for you to do that. And we're just going to loosen this up, and you want it fairly loose, but I don't like taking the bolt the whole way off. It's just one more thing to go flying on my craft desk. So literally I just pull it all the way out to the end, but I want that give on the ring. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to use my impressor or a bone folder, and I'm just going to want to go around and kind of just create almost like a little bit of a fold so that the paper already has a little bit of give to it when I go to start to press it around. Then I'm going to lay that over the top, and with my hands I'm also going to work that just a little bit and just kind of press it down and just work it with my hands. The next thing I'm going to do then is take that, there we go. And it's gonna you're gonna have to just work it, and you have to get your muscles involved just a little bit because you are putting something a little bit thick on there. And let me open it up just a little bit more. There we go, give myself some space. And then you're just gonna make sure that you push it the whole way in. And then once you have it in the whole way, you're gonna come back and you're going to tighten it up. And then I simply just took my scissors and I went around the edge and cleaned it up. And the first time you may not be able to get in real close unless you're using an X-Acto knife, but then you can come back in and clean it up just a little bit more. Once you have the paper in, you can go ahead and embellish it. And now you can either hang that on the tree, you can put that on the front of a package. You can have a little bit of fun. You could actually even have stuck a little gift card behind the choo-choo train if you wanted to, for a way of gifting that. So sandwiching the paper just as you would fabric, for those of you that are cross-stitchers who do embroidery, you would sandwich the paper. Another way is to put the paper just simply behind it. And what I found works the best is to kind of keep it together. Keep it together. That sounds funny during this crazy holiday season, right? And I'm just going to trace it. There's a little bit of a gap. And trust your cutting skills, guys. You have this. And what you're going to find, these inexpensive ones are not perfectly round. So when you're trying to maybe die cut them with circle die cuts and things like that, you may have a little bit of a gap, which is why tracing them seems to work the best. Now, I can work simply with that vanilla, but what I really want in there is this designer paper. So I'm gonna take my circle and put it on my paper and cut one more time, because that's the piece that I want. I just like the extra sturdiness of cardstock. Could you do just straight designer paper? Absolutely, guys. There's not a whole lot of rules, okay? I'm using big scissors. It's a lot nicer to use paper snips when you're doing this. But with all the videos today, a couple of things have followed me. I don't know about you, but in my studio, things tend to follow me around. And you're going to just put your liquid glue down. You're going to take your paper, leave the glue side up, and press. And you're going to let it dry. And what you're going to end up with is paper inside, and now you're going to be able to decorate and embellish. My house is called Bayou Crabin, and our trees are done in all blues, and we've got a theme of things that you would find around the bayou. I've used Spanish moss on my Christmas tree. I've got lots of crab ornaments, oyster ornaments, all kinds of fun things. So this is going to fit in with my personal decor, which is one of the fun things about paper crafting, is that ability to personalize, to add that special touch, because something that you know about the person, something that you know that person likes and collects and things like that, or just for your own personal use. I love looking around my house and seeing things that have my personal touch to them, and knowing that, hey, I made that. It kind of feels good when you look around and you see those things. So this is new product debuting on January 5th. So the little crabs will be waiting for those of you who have those beach homes. And then you'll have to come back to the page. You'll need to like and follow to see what I finished this one up with. And then yet another idea for you is to simply just turn it into a beautiful wreath that you can hang. Maybe you're looking for a little bit of decor in your office. Maybe you just aren't doing overwhelmingly huge, full-on big Christmas decorations anymore. You're doing small vignettes. And so having something like this that you could hang, and I'll show you a really great way to hang it, one of my favorite ways. This would be great. Some of you I know are living the RV lifestyle and you're looking for smaller decorations, and this would be perfect. So one of my absolute favorite things to use are ornament hangers. Now this one happens to be gold. You could easily spray paint it if you wanted it to be white or a different color. But what's nice is I can use this seasonally. I don't have to worry about holes in the wall, nails in the wall, any of that kind of stuff. And I can just simply hang right from that ornament hanger. Let me give you another tip. You might have noticed it on this one. So look at the color of this one versus this. Can you see that difference? This one's got a little bit more color to it. I stained it a little bit, and I stained it extremely quickly and easily. I used a blending brush, and I used our soft suede ink. I wanted a wood look because of the fact that this was a wreath. And so you're just going to tap, and I just started to brush this around. And it colors really easily. This wood is very porous, and it just kind of takes that ink right up. And you can make it as dark as you want. You could also do other colors, red, green. Again, I was just going for a wood stained look. And then just to make sure it all coordinated, I went ahead and did the inside as well. And I want to show you one other thing about this one as we finish it up too. I've got a whole bunch of ideas for some spring versions of these I can't wait to do. And let's go around the outside. And that's all I did was color it just like that the whole way around with the blending brush and soft suede ink to give it that look. Back to this one here a second. If you look at it, it's very dense, very dimensional, and that's because in addition to layering the different holly leaves and pine leaves on the front, I also put some on the back so it would show up like layered below. Does that make sense? We want to kind of have that depth on there as well. So you've got that pretty hanging piece. And again, my favorite thing to work with. I love using these, and it hangs really nice. Some of you hang little things like this off of doorknobs as well too, cabinet holders and things, so this would be perfect for just that little space. So have some fun creating with your embroidery hoops, guys. I bet some of you actually even have a few maybe laying around. Maybe you're not cross-stitching anymore. Now you can put those to good use. And like I said, you're going to want to pop back to see how I finish these two up in the coming days. I'll see you back here for video number 6. I had to think about where we were at for just a second, but I'll see you back here for video number 6. Thanks, guys.